copy of Miles Davis's Kind of Blue. While we break for a little commercial consolation, in 60 seconds we will be back with more Night Talk. I am Barry Champlain.
In millions of
Stu,
homes, millions of
what are you doing to me, man? You are throwing me some real curveballs.
I thought you liked curveballs, Bear.
Control. Stu, control, man. I don't need shit like this tonight. Is something wrong? Something on your mind? Old lady won't do the wild thing?
No, Cheryl and I are doing great.
Then stay on the ball, right? Give me the meat, not the poison.
You got it.
Yeah, let me see the board. Come on, run. Yeah, see, I didn't get that. Who's this Henry guy? The Newts guy? Denise, I didn't get that. And who's the professor? I didn't get that either.
Bear, the professor's a stiff. All these people are stiffs. If you want stiffs, I'll shoot you stiffs.
Stu, I do not want stiffs, all right? I mean, am I speaking English? Read my lips. Do your fucking job, all right? Keep the show moving and give me shit I can work with, all right? Are you having trouble understanding me tonight?
No, I'm not having trouble understanding you tonight. In fact, I read you loud and clear.
Good. Jesus Christ.
Luckily, she only has $2 more. Nobody cares for eyes more than her.
I met Barry Champlain in 1972. I DJ'd at a progressive rock station down in Akron. Those were the days. Hair down to my ass. Perpetually stoned. Spinning nothing but the Dead and the Allman Brothers and all that. Jethro Tull. Remember Tull? Here's one from Tull that's guaranteed to blow your mind. Sitting on a park bench, eyeing little girls with that intent. Right? I mean, right? Then one day this guy shows up from Cambridge, Mass. At least that's where he said he was from. Kept his hair in a big bushy afro and was totally into the subversive radio thing. Way more extreme than me. We'd hang out around each other's shows, throwing down tequila, sucking limes, playing Let It Bleed 25 times in a row, just for the effect. Barry Champlain would go beyond the tolerable. One time, we did the entire show, and get this, Armenian. Another time, we found this record with a kind of amazing skip in it and just left it on. And there's this record going round and round and round, and the station manager's pounding on the studio door. They actually had to take the door off its hinges just to get the record to stop. But Barry didn't get fired. Barry got a raise. And the more I listened to Barry, the more I wondered why I was even a DJ at all. Barry would get in the saddle to do the show. And 1 minute, he's discussing Jane Fonda's nipples, and the next, he's giving out the home phone numbers of every FBI agent in the state. And then he decides to have people call into the station, and this had never been done before in Akron. And I'm telling you, man, I was transfixed. I couldn't go home. Watching all this energy pouring out of Barry, and the calls kept coming in, the lines were jammed. Because Barry would say things like, call in and tell me your worst experience with a cop. And people would do it. Or he'd say, call in and tell me about your most spectacular orgasm. And the rest of the show would be off to the races. Then one night, this Vietnam vet calls him. Starts rambling on about the NAM, about the things he'd seen there. The stories are lurid, worse than any movie. Black market weapon sales, drug dealing by enlisted men, guys falling in love with prostitutes. It's incredible, right? Barry has this sixth sense about him. Knows there's something more, something deeper. Keeps pushing the guy. Finally, Barry gets the vet to confess that he murdered his own commanding officer. Shot him in the back of the skull with his M16 during a firefight outside of Khe Sanh. Killed him in cold blood. He's never told this to anybody. And there's this guy, crying on the phone, weeping, blubbering, asking Barry for forgiveness. Man, it was primal. We had that vet on for almost 2 hours. No commercials, just Barry and the guy. That night was a turning point. When we broke for news and weather, there was this gleam in Barry's eye. He'd seen God in the mirror. When he got the show in Cleveland, I said, the hell with being a DJ, I jumped ship and went to work for him. And I watched Barry Champlain take off for outer space every night. And when the show was over, we'd go home. Well, I'd go home to Cheryl and our kid. Barry, I'm not sure what Barry Champlain does anymore. It's not like the old days. Now he just splits. Says he's got some work to do on the show. I can see him sitting at home making cups of coffee, swigging Jack Daniels, reading the fucking encyclopedia. You see, to Barry, talking is living. The world, his voice is what's holding it all together, making it make sense. He speaks, and all those people out there become a part of his soul. I do too, I guess.
You've got your sunrise, you caught a prize, you and your Johnson. Party nights, summer
Take the
wines,
last two.
you, your friends, and your Johnson.